Today we're going to be going over adding a Paramount recorder to the Paramount application with an account, okay? So in our previous video, if you saw that, that was the easiest way to add it to the Paramount app. It's just kind of a scan and go method, not registering an account on the application. This method is going to cause you to register an account in the Paramount CMS application, and then you will become the master account holder of this recorder um, by scanning the QR code. So nobody else will be able to scan the QR code with their phone at that point. Um, your account is going to be the master account holder, and then you can share it to subsequent people that register an account on the Paramount app, and then choose which cameras they have access to. Okay, so benefits of that, there's a couple. So one of the ways is, let's say you have an iPhone 14, you're going to an iPhone 15, you go ahead and um, get your new phone, you install the Paramount app. Well, if you're using the first method, which is just the scan and go, you're going to have to rescan the QR code on that phone in the new phone and put in the credentials. So it's a little bit more of a hassle in that way. If you have if you have an account, the benefit is you can then just go to your login screen of the Paramount app, log into your account, and you already have your cameras. So that's one of the benefits. The other benefit too is, let's say in a business, you want to choose who has access to what cameras. You can, share individual cameras. You can cut off access if somebody, no longer works there anymore. You can remove them and remove their access very easily instead of having to change the entire password to the recorder. So there are some benefits to using the account method. I'm going to kind of go over how you set that up. So first, for the basic setups, you got to log into your recorder. I'm over here on a web browser via an IP address. The default credentials for the Paramount recorder, the username is admin, the password is 123456. Now, if you're doing this off of the local monitor, you're going to notice here on the browser view, I have live display, playback, search and backup, intelligent analytics, and function panel here at the top. If you're doing this on the local monitor, you're going to have a circle of 4 squares in the bottom left-hand corner. Go ahead and click on that, and then you'll have these same options. Instead of function panel, it's going to say settings for you. So go ahead and click on settings. If it's grayed out, you're going to have to click on the login button first. Log into your device. Log in, then go back to the circle of 4 squares and click on settings. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on function panel. You're clicking on settings if you're on the local monitor, and you're going to see the same exact thing that I see here. Okay, so at this point, the next step that you're going to want to do is go ahead and click on network. You're going to go ahead and click on the network tab, and then here you're going to have your IP information. So one thing to mention is that this is a wired internet connection. So you're going to need an internet cable going from the back of your recorder into the LAN port to your network. Okay, make sure you have that in place before you continue on. So once you have that in place, this is where we kind of we have recommendations on this stuff. Not every situation is going to be the same, but this is kind of our recommendations on some stuff. You can go ahead and check the box for obtain an IP address automatically. Um, Sometimes this might say obtain an IPv4 address automatically, so you can go ahead and check that. The IPv6, it sometimes might say obtain an IPv6 address automatically. Go ahead and turn that off. The obtain DNS automatically, go ahead and leave that without a check mark as well. The preferred DNS will already be filled in for you. It'll be 8.8.8.8. The alternate's going to be blank. We recommend putting in 8.8.4.4 because not every router provides DNS automatically. So this is just kind of a fail-safe to make sure that's going to work for you. Okay. Once you have that information put in, go ahead and hit apply in the bottom right-hand corner. After hitting apply, you're going to want to go ahead and click on NAT. So if you're in the browser view, it's here in the top left. If you're on the local monitor, it's going to be over here in the top middle. There's a bar here at the top. You're going to see NAT over here in like the top middle-ish area, right where my mouse cursor is. Okay, so go ahead and click on NAT. This is where you're going to find your QR code. You're going to want to make sure this is enabled. After enabling it, after about 10 to 15 seconds, you should get a message here that says success. If it says NAT status success, you're good to go. Okay, this is going to work. Okay, it's going to work on the phone app. It's going to work for remote access. Okay, if you're getting a failure message, go back to our first set of steps. Make sure you followed everything there. Make sure that's right. If that's all right, the next thing that you can try doing is rebooting your router, rebooting your recorder, and then just trying to get them to sync up. Give it about 5-10 minutes for it to reboot and sync up, and you should get a success message. If you're still getting a failure, you may want to contact our tech support, and we can assist you from there. So this is your QR code that you're going to be scanning in the application. So the next thing I'm going to go over is what the name of the application, where you can get it. Okay, so over here I'm in the App Store. This is the Paramount CMS app. This is what the icon looks like. It's going to look the same on the Google Play Store. So that's the spelling for it. That's the app. Go ahead and get that installed and open it up. When you first open it up for the first time, you're going to get, some startup messages. Go ahead and skip through all that. Get to the point where it says live and it's blacked out, okay? You're going to see a spot that says add device. Go ahead and skip that as well, okay? You should have live and you're going to have the black windows if it's your first time opening it up. And again, we're going over the account method at this point. So the next step that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on the icon here in the top left where it says um, the menu icon in the top left, sorry. And then you're going to see not logged in at the top. Okay, so you're going to want to click on where it says not logged in. And then you're going to be prompted with this area, okay, to register an account. So I have an account, so my account's listed there, but go ahead and click on the register icon in the bottom left corner. It's a little blue icon says register, agree to the privacy statement, and you're going to have a section here where you can create an email address. Well, you put in your email address and you can create a password for your device, for your application login. Okay, so this is what it's going to use. It's going to use your email and whatever password you create. After you hit register now, after you put in those credentials, it's going to send you an email to that email address to verify your email. Okay, and then you'll just have to put in the code and then you can log into your device. The other option is you can register by phone number. So in the bottom right corner here, you see phone. You can register by phone number as well. Your phone number will then be your login, and then you can put in your password and log in that way. Okay, it's going to send you a text message with a code to verify your phone number after you hit the register now option. Okay, once you have that, you're going to want to go ahead and log in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in now. Okay, so now I'm logged into my device. I'm going to go ahead and I have a device added already in here. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the menu icon here in the top left. You're going to go ahead and click on server list. You're going to hit the three dots in the top right, and you're going to go to add device. Okay, at this point, you're going to get your camera pulled up to scan the QR code. Make sure you allow your camera if it's your first time scanning. And you're going to get your QR code. You're going to go ahead and scan it. It's going to do this cycle. And as it cycles and reads the QR code, it's going to prompt you with this, okay? And you're going to have a spot to put in your security code. I already have that device added. So you can put in your security code, which can be found on the recorder. There's also an option in the bottom right-hand corner to switch it after you scan it. It's going to switch it to your username and password, so you can add it with your username and password to the recorder. If you're using the security code is going to be next to the QR code. You can just put in your credentials for your recorder to see what that security code is and input your credentials. Okay, you can find that here next to your QR code. Um, Input that code and then hit save, and your device should come online. If it's green, you're online, you're good to go. Now, sharing your device. You can just hit this icon here on the right-hand side. It's next to the gear icon. It's like the three connection greater than sign. So you can go ahead and click on that. And now this is where you can choose to share it. So in order to share it, somebody else will have to register an account because you're now the master account. So you're choosing who has access to this device. Okay, so you can go ahead and put in their credentials. If they registered by email, you put in their email address. If they registered by phone number, you put in their phone number. Okay, so you go ahead and put that information in, and then you hit next step. So I'm going to go ahead and share it to my other account. And now, at this point, I can choose what devices I give them access to. So these are all camera names. I can choose the entire device and it'll give them access to everything. Or I can choose individual cameras. And you're going to notice preview and playback. So if you want to give them access to just live view, that would be preview. If you just want to give them access to playback or cut off access to playback, you can turn that off. You can't turn off the preview option. That's on there by default if you put a check. But if you want to cut off access to their ability to view playback, you can do that. Okay, so you can choose individual cameras, or if you do the entire device here at the top, this is your device name, it'll give you access to every camera. That way you don't have to click it 100 times if you have 100 cameras or something like that. Okay, once you choose which cameras you give them access to, you go ahead and hit finish. Okay. At this point, they're going to get a push notification on their phone that lets them know that a device was shared to them. They can open that up. They'll find that underneath. If you go to the server list, hit the three dots. This is on their account now. You go to the sharing management section. As you can see, these are the ones that I shared to my other account. They're all listed here. The date that I shared them. If I want to cut off access, I can click on it, any of those devices, and click cancel share. Okay. Shared by others. These are the ones that are shared to me. This is what you would click on, and you can hit accept. Okay, if you accept them, you're accepting the shares, you're accepting the cameras that they shared to me, and then I'll have access to the device on my live view. Okay, so the benefit again of this is you can cut off access by just swiping to the left and cutting off access, deleting, and choosing which cameras they have access to. Um, so the other benefit too is, if you're in a house or something like that, and your husband and wife or something like that, and you want to use the same account, you can have up to 5 people log into the same account at one time. So if you use the registration method, you guys can use the same account if you wanted to. You can have up to 5 simultaneous people logging in at the same time. So just keep that in mind as well. But this is, a simplified way of explaining the account method. It can be a little confusing, but I hope this was helpful. Thank you.